Hey guys, this is Stacy from EatTheBite.com, and welcome to my community-supported agriculture summer series, where I use ingredients from Clark Farm in Carlisle, Massachusetts to make delicious food. Today I'm making cheddar herb biscuits with fresh sage and thyme from the farm's herb garden. Let me show you how to make it. I'm using the same method as the Southern Living biscuits, but this time I will not be using White Lily's self-rising flour because not everyone has access to that flour. I'm using King Arthur's self-rising flour, which is readily available at the grocery store. After I add the flour to a bowl, I'll shred 1 stick of frozen butter. We want that butter to be as cold as possible. Cold ingredients equal better biscuits. Once the butter is shredded, I'll add that to the flour and give it a gentle mix with my hands. If any of the butter is clumped together a little, I'll separate that. Then we're putting this bowl in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Next, we'll shred the sharp orange cheddar cheese. And you can stick this, along with your measured buttermilk, into the freezer as well. Next, we need to finely dice our fresh sage from the farm. I stack it like I do basil leaves, then I roll it, slice it, and then finely dice it. Just like you see here. We'll do the same with our fresh thyme. Gently pull the tiny leaves from the stems and then finely dice it. I took my flour out of the freezer and added my fresh herbs to it. Then I gave it a good mix. Next, I added the cheddar cheese and gave that a good mix as well. Just make a well in the middle of the flour and pour that very cold buttermilk into it. And following the Southern Living method, I mixed everything exactly 15 times. After 15 stirs, I'm ready to put the dough out onto the cutting board. I floured my board, and then I turned the dough out onto it. I put a little more flour on top of that, and then I shaped the dough a little with my hands to get it ready to roll. Next, we're going to roll the dough into a rectangle. Then we'll fold it in half and roll it again. You have to repeat this process 5 times. So, roll it into a rectangle, then fold it 5 times. Then, after the 5th fold and roll, we're ready to start cutting the biscuits. I used a larger biscuit cutter because I knew I wanted to make breakfast sandwiches with these. Use whatever size cutter you'd like. If you don't have a cutter, just use the rim of a glass from your kitchen. And remember to press straight down into the dough and don't twist the biscuit cutter around. Press straight down, cut the biscuit, and place them on a sheet pan slightly touching each other. Once you've cut all the biscuits, just bunch up the remaining dough, roll it out again, and keep cutting until you run out of dough. I was able to cut about 11 biscuits total, and I'll bake them in my preheated oven at 475 for about 15 minutes until they're golden brown. You'll want to melt a little more butter to brush on the tops of the biscuits when they come fresh out of the oven. And now, it's time to eat the bite. Those fresh herbs really take this buttermilk biscuit to the next level. These are buttery and fluffy on the inside and crispy on the outside, just the way I like them. And don't forget, these are perfect for weekend breakfast sandwiches. I highly recommend you give this one a try, and I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do. That's all for now, guys. For this and all the printable recipes, you can visit my website at EatTheBite.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.